10 Concepts of the Future. 1. Martini 6.0. Martini 6.0 is a 165-foot catamaran with up to 12 feet of vertical travel in each hull. The result is a vessel that can move at speed through an ocean swell with virtually no motion in the suspended deck where the crew and guests are located. The Martini 6.0 is the latest and most advanced design currently in development. The 165-foot catamaran is designed to maximize accommodation space, and is the next generation of a series of smaller prototype vessels ranging from 17 feet to 45 feet, that have been developed and tested in San Francisco Bay. According to the United States National Library of Medicine, 1 in 3 people are considered highly susceptible to motion sickness. However, almost everyone will become motion sick if exposed to intense movement. Servo Yacht Martini 6.0's technology solves the problem of seasickness and significantly improves the sailing experience, so that everyone can enjoy traveling on the ocean. Like David Hall's 3D vision invention, the suspension system adjusts to feedback received in real time based on a computer-automated electro-pneumatic mechanical system. This technology is an active method and is much more effective than current passive marine stabilization devices, which take more time to react to the motion of the sea. The system requires very little power and no warm-up time or complex vacuum systems, making it the most immediate, effective, and safe option. As well as providing total stabilization, the system also has the unique ability to sync the motion of the suspended deck with another moving target, for example, when docking alongside a larger ship or recovering a smaller vessel at sea. Shuttleworth Design are proud to work with Servo Yachts to push the boundaries of marine technology, and believe this innovation will revolutionize marine travel in the same impactful way Hall's LiDAR invention revolutionized vehicle transportation. Shadow Six Typhoon. The idea seems like something a James Bond villain's henchman would drive, an ATV mounted on a pair of jet skis. But it's real. It's called the Typhoon, built by a company called Shadow 6. Typhoon's custom-built reinforced carbon composite racing hulls house twin four-cylinder supercharged Yamaha GP1800 SCHOR engines. Typhoon is constructed from AeroSpace-grade titanium and carbon fiber, and is designed to tackle the extreme surf conditions with superb capability. The Typhoon takes a Polaris RZR side-by-side and mounts it, suspension and all, on 2 wave runners. Power comes from 2 Yamaha GP1800 SCHOR marine engines, a 1.8 inline for that together makes 500 horsepower. That's enough to push the Typhoon to 80 miles per hour. Far from being a mad scientist's bolt-together dream, the Typhoon uses carbon fiber and titanium throughout the structure, keeping weight to just over 2,300 pounds, with 73% of that under the waterline. The aquatic utility vehicle seats 3, carries 37 gallons of fuel, and features racing seats and Bluetooth connectivity. Collins AeroSpace AirLounge. The origin of AirLounge owes itself to a collaboration around a novel design conceived by London design agency Priestman Good, who have collaborated with Collins to develop a number of first-class concepts which had been realized for airline customers. Decidedly residential, the seat's intent is to bring the comforts of home to the sky by replicating the feeling of nestling into familiar home furniture. While the innovative design and form of AirLounge is impressive, it's the resulting functionality that provides an array of benefits balanced to both passengers and airlines that truly sets it apart, something rarely seen or available in the market. The most notable design feature is AirLounge's cocoon-like shell structure, which serves as the ergonomic seatback, clearly defines the space's privacy and serves as an effective noise barrier. The higher and wider seat gives passengers greater freedom of movement and, most importantly, the ability to adjust to a variety of seating and lounge positions rarely afforded by conventional seats. Collins wanted to rethink business class and create more of a residential environment, emulating the comfort you would expect at home. By doing away with complicated seat mechanisms and using 3D curved shells, they're able to provide a larger flexible living space. This allows you to move more freely and take up different positions that traditional aircraft seats do not allow. Hevstol Ann2. It's a breed of hybrid electric vertical and short takeoff and landing (HeHe STOL) machines. It means that they can take off and land vertically whenever needed or convenient, but also operate from very short airstrips with considerably higher payload. Their hybrid propulsion gives them higher performance in terms of longer endurance and range, and their airplane-like architecture allows for higher speed and climb characteristics, as well as superior maneuverability in safer flying conditions. Regional mobility will lead the development of the advanced air mobility sector, AMM, which better exploited by means of efficient hybrid electric vertical and short takeoff and landing (HeHe) STOL types such as those in the ANN multi-model aircraft family. These aircraft can take off and land vertically when needed, but also operate from very short airstrips with considerably higher payload. Manta's hybrid propulsion consisting of a turbo generator and batteries allows exceptional performance in terms of long endurance and range, recharging batteries en route, fed with eco-fuel and not needing ground recharge infrastructure. Their airplane-like architecture allows high speed and climb performance in safe flying conditions and reduces the project unknowns, easing the certification process, thus effectively shortening the time to market. 5. Panther KF51. The Panther is the first of its kind, a radically new MBT concept not constrained by yesterday's technology. Drawing on some of the latest technologies, the Panther was designed from the ground up to deliver the highest lethality on the battlefield. The KF51 Panther is a new German main battle tank. It was developed by Rheinmetall in response to appearance of Russian next-generation Armata main battle tank, which was a promising design with a number of advanced features. Development of the KF51 Panther began in 2016. It was developed as a private venture. The tank was publicly revealed in 2022. It is being proposed as a next-generation replacement for Leopard 2 series tanks. The Panther is a truly software-defined tank fully enabled to collect and disseminate information on the multi-domain battlefield. Deep integration of modern BMS and software-defined communication systems enables forces to operate in collaborative combat environments, such as cross-platform sensor-to-shooter links. The KF51 Panther is based on the hull of the Leopard 2A4. However, it is fitted with a new turret, which houses a 130mm main gun and is fitted with an autoloader. Modern main battle tanks reached their weight limit already and armor protection cannot be significantly increased any further. So German developers from Rheinmetall stressed emphasis on active protection system and networking capabilities. The Panther is designed to control assigned unmanned aerial vehicles such as on-board or off-board drones, loitering ammunition and a range of uncrewed ground vehicles. The fully digitized system and common crew stations are the enablers for true human-machine teaming and control of wingman UGVs that cover capabilities such as platoon-level air and drone defense. The KF51 Panther tank is armed with a next-generation Rheinmetall RH-130L52 gun. This is a 130mm gun. It outperforms the standard NATO 120mm tank guns in terms of range and lethality. It has 50% longer effective range than the standard Rheinmetall 120mm tank gun. This gun uses newly developed APFSDS munitions and programmable airburst munitions. 6. Alpine A4810 concept. Alpine A4810 concept is a hydrogen hypercar for 2035. It's an intriguing vision of the zero-emission sports cars the French brand could be building in 2035. The A4810 was designed by students at the European Institute of Design, IED, in Turin, Italy, rather than internally by Alpine, with a brief of developing a hydrogen supercar for the year 2035. 28 master's students studying transportation design at the IED presented their own take on the concept of sportiness, with the A4810 project by IED, a hydrogen-powered, two-seater supercar based on a brief from the Alpine design team. The Alpine A4810 project by IED, length 5,091mm, width 2,010mm, height 1,055mm, wheelbase 2,717mm, is a two-seater supercar with the experimental combination of the shape of a berlinette with a hydrogen powertrain. While the engine and fuel tanks are built like those on a typical hypercar, the subtraction process is proof of strong innovation. The design alternates between empty and full spaces, giving the vehicle a lightweight look and aerodynamic features inspired by Formula One models. Furthermore, the A4810 project by IED was tasked with bringing the brand to the cusp of the sports car category. The French spirit has been skillfully preserved, while avoiding the pitfalls of unnecessary formal elements. Designers focused on the overlapping layers and sculptural aspects of the car's silhouette. The bi-tone colors, matte black, and carbon fiber highlights create a bold contrast with each part of the car, making them stand out according to their function, aerodynamic, mechanical, or merely formal. Yacht V2. This is the Yacht V2, a crazy flying yacht concept unlike anything that's come before it. The flying superyacht has been created by Lazzarini Designs and looks like it's come straight out of a sci-fi movie. The Lazzarini Air Yacht is designed to include two 150-meter-long blimps that hold 14,125,867 cubic feet of helium. The helium is kept in a hive structure. Situated between the two blimps is a torpedo-shaped structure that is connected to the balloons with 8 carbon fiber bridges, 4 on each side. Its center hull is sandwiched between two blimps that measure 169 meters, 554 feet in length. Each of the blimps is filled with helium, solar panels, light batteries, and counter-rotating electric motors with 950 horsepower each. The central hull features a master cabin, dining area, and living area. The craft features 10 guest suites, each offering a 360-degree view and creating berths for 22 passengers. The blimps allow you to float on water or in the air. The air yacht will be equipped with 8 counter-rotating electric engines that pull their power from batteries as well as solar panels. The design of the ship claims that it will be able to travel in the sky at 60 knots for more than 2 days straight, all without any emissions. On the water, the airship travels at 5 knots. The motors are used for propulsion and landing on the water. It was designed to be able to fly for a full 48 hours before needing to touch down on the ground. 8. Boundary Layer Technologies Electra and Argo. Boundary Layer Technologies is a California-based startup specializing in marine technology. The BLT vessel, the Argo hydrofoil, has the potential to replace short-range air freight. Hydrogen that fuels the vessels is to be obtained from renewable sources. Boundary Layer Technologies, BLT, introduced a liquid hydrogen-powered fast vessel. Shipping by this high-speed hydrofoil, Argo, will be twice as cheap as air freight. Specifications of Boundary Layer Technologies Argo vessels. Liquid hydrogen-powered, zero-emission solution. Capacity, 20 TEU. Range, 1,500 nautical miles. Cruise speed, 40 knots, twice the speed of conventional container ships. Argo can dock not only in a standard container port. Due to its size, the vessel can dock in regional ports, which offers more flexibility regarding the port of origin and destination. Boundary Layer Technologies believes that green hydrogen will be available in the ports to fuel the ships. Electra utilizes cutting-edge hydrofoil technology that dramatically reduces hydrodynamic drag, allowing for a high-speed electric ferry, whilst also increasing its range to up to 100 nm. It is the fastest, longest-range electric ferry in the world. By a factor of 2. Our hydrofoil technology is what enables Electra's performance. The proprietary technology at the core of Electra is our high-efficiency hydrofoil design. This reduces the drag of the vessel by half, allowing for increased range, ride quality, and zero wake. Electra's unrivaled passenger experience. The electric propulsion system makes your journey quiet and green. Hydrofoiling means it glides over the waves, giving a smooth ride even in rough water. Ferry operators can reduce their cost with Electra. The total cost of ownership of Electra is over 1/3 lower than a comparable diesel-fueled vessel when carbon taxes, ETS, and tariffs are considered. HeHe Blem Train. The train project is an ongoing body of speculative investigation into the language and aesthetics of transport culture by artists HeHe. They propose personal rail travel as a temporary, imaginary solution to question our industrialized conscience in relation to locomotion. As the antithesis of high-speed travel, the Blem vehicle, inspired by A.B. Clayton's painting of the inaugural journey of the Liverpool and Manchester Railway in 1830, will recreate a personal transport experience on the historic track within the grounds of the Museum of Science and Industry in Manchester. In their participatory piece, HeHe invite audience members to travel in Blem, journeying through space and time to experience the past and future of local transportation networks. Starting from the original station building of the Manchester to Liverpool line, the lightweight, autonomous rail vehicle references the carriages of A.B. Clayton's painting and the cultural iconography of transport for Greater Manchester. Citroen My Ami Buggy 2023. If tiny and quirky all-electric vehicles are your thing, then Citroen has got your back with the My Ami, which is bound to become a bit more interesting for the 2023 model year with the introduction of a new limited edition. Inspired by the Ami pop and Ami vibe, albeit with a totally different style, the new My Ami Buggy sports new front and rear bumpers, additional trim around the lights, and tubing instead of traditional doors. It also has fatter wheel arches, a spoiler at the back, several protective elements, and a fresh khaki color scheme, with yellow accents. For the wheels, the French company chose a set of 14-inch steel ones, with a gold finish. Made of a water and UV-resistant material, the protective grey fabric roof is removable and can be stored behind the seats. The French automaker states that the upcoming variant of the tiny EV will be very similar to the first edition, but with a few surprise features. Additional details surrounding it have yet to be announced, and they will probably keep everything else a secret until the grand unveiling in 2023. My Ami Buggy is an extension of Ami's playful character, and is at home both in the urban jungle and in more remote locations, Citroen explains. Ami 100% electric can already be found across the world. For example, it has played a part in delivering the energy transformation of the island of Halki off the coast of Greece. Similarly, 7 Ami 100% electric models were added to the fleet of vehicles used by the island of Maddalena's police and port teams in Italy to promote clean mobility.